everyone. Welcome to the Ozarks Homestead. Today it's back to Meal Plan Monday, and let's see how much didn't get accomplished last week and how we're going to change up this week. I have a cup of coffee handy, and I make a caramel mocha latte, and I add the salted caramel hot cocoa toppers from Walmart. And I got to tell you, I wish I'd have bought a case of these, and if they come back with them this holiday season, there will be at least one case in my pantry. Because they're not just for hot cocoa. Okay, so today, let's back up to last week. I had a challenge last week, and I don't know what day it hit. I think it hit Tuesday. Or it might have been with the taco salads Monday. Anyway, when I took my upper plate out, it left a small sore in the roof of my mouth, and it was Saturday before I could eat anything that wasn't soft, and I wasn't putting my teeth in. So today, Sunday, as I'm filming this, the sore is almost completely gone. I'm going to attempt to wear my dentures because my husband is taking me out for Mother's Day for all I can eat crab legs. And let me tell you, I can eat a bunch. I don't know about you, but I can eat my share. And if you are within driving distance of a Krabby Daddy's, they do all you can eat for $50 quite frequently, at least 1 or 2 days a week. They also have other great boil platters, and fish, all you can eat, I think is like $6.99. Look up for Krabby Daddy's with a K, KRABBYDADDY' on Facebook, and you'll see where all their locations are. But they are in southwest Missouri, or southeast Missouri. And that's where I'm spending my Mother's Day. But I've been there, done that, as you're watching this morning. So a lot of the things that I had planned for dinner last week didn't really work out. I skipped the lasagna rolls. We did not do the cheesy chicken spaghetti. We did do the chili dog casserole, and that turned out really good. We didn't do an encore dinner. And because I didn't leave the house yesterday, we didn't do a dinner on our own. We just raided the fridge, and that was it. And today is obviously not going to be pork chops and au gratin. So we're going to see how this next week pays out because my mouth seems to be healed. I'm getting back to a regular work schedule tomorrow or today. So we're going to go back to that. So I can go back to my oatmeal on Mondays. Now, I will say Saturday, I woke up at 4:30, could not go back to, I guess woke up about 4 o'clock, could not go back to sleep, so I got up at 4:30. By 8 o'clock, I could not hold my head up, and I crawled back into bed for almost 5 hours. So Bob did breakfast on his own, which means he suggested the meatloaf Friday night, and he got the stuff for us and made meatloaf. And so he had his meatloaf omelet, for breakfast Saturday morning. So, and then we cleaned up the last two last night with some homemade mac and cheese using the cheese sauce mixture recipe from Jennifer Goth at Jen's Scratch Made Kitchen. I still love that stuff. So we're going to do the oatmeal tomorrow. And I think since Bob has been patient and I have the stuff in there to do it, I'm going to go ahead and do the lasagna rolls for Monday night. And I'm probably going to make a big crock pot full because I will be gone from the 3rd through the 9th for a writer's conference. And, well, the writer's conference is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but I'm going to hear another author speak at a historical society in Nevada, Missouri on the 3rd. So I will try to make meals periodically from between then and now to make sure that there are leftovers in the refrigerator that Bob just kind of has to heat up. It's kind of a 1950s housewife thing for me where if I know I'm going to be gone, I try to make sure that there is stuff in the refrigerator or the freezer for Bob. He's quite capable of cooking on his own, but it's that 1950s housewife mentality that it's my job to take care of him. So I try to do that as much as possible. So we will do the lasagna rolls for dinner Monday night. Those will take a little bit more time, even though it's a crock pot recipe, but that's fine. And then Tuesday, I really don't want to do like the Italian stuff back to back. That's kind of silly. So I think what I'm going to do for Tuesday night is I'm going to do an encore dinner. And it's probably going to be the Salisbury steak. Probably going to be that. It's either that or I'm going to make, well, let's move that to Thursday. Thursday or Friday. Friday, let's do those croissant rolls. They were slow carb pancakes, crock pot chicken spaghetti, slow cooker beef tips and rice. That would be a good one for me to do on Tuesday or Wednesday. French dip croissants. And I have everything I need to do those. So I will probably do those, the croissant rolls, for Friday night. I don't think anything is going on. Need to do a chicken in here. Let's do that chicken crock pot spaghetti, cheesy chicken. And I realize these are all going in the crock pot, and that's fine, because it means that I have a chance of having leftovers ready for Bob in a couple of weeks. God, I can't believe that's only 2 weeks away. And then do the croissants there, Salisbury steaks. Sunday, I'd still like to do him a, I think Sunday's, let's make Saturday leftovers. And I'd still like to try and find a pot roast and make him pot roast for dinner Sunday. I'm still trying to find a decent roast. And I'm not so much concerned about the price for all the bigger that I need for 2 of us. It's just finding a decent roast that has been the problem. We need something chickeny in here. Let's do that cheesy chicken here for Wednesday. Cheesy chicken spaghetti. Now, yesterday I emptied out, Saturday rather, I emptied out the cabinets in the kitchen, the 2 main ones, and I have enough room to do 52, there's 27 to a shelf, 54 meals in a jar in the top 2 shelves of the cabinet. Then the bottom shelf is going to be open cans of Thrive Life products that we have that we're using up. And then the general stuff like a jar of each of the different pastas, that kind of thing. So we're not running downstairs to shop. We'll have the basics upstairs. Next is going to be the spice cabinet. I got the jars yesterday. The little the 1/4 pint, that's what I want to say, the 1/4 pint mason jars. And those are going to be our spice jars on a carousel in the spice cabinet. That cabinet needs cleaned out so bad. So I want to get that done. So since I want to try and finish up stuff in the kitchen this week, meals need to be quick anyway. So that works. We'll see how my mouth works. Maybe Wednesday we can do ham, steak, and eggs. Or if I can't do the ham steak, I have the shredded deli ham that I can do a grilled ham, egg, and cheese sandwich. And that will work. Lunch here will be a protein platter. Really need to get the protein in there since I'll be eating pasta for supper and the oatmeal for breakfast. And I want to move a protein plate to Thursday. I picked up fresh lunch meat yesterday. With my mouth, I just wasn't eating much of anything that just didn't need to be drank or barely chewed. And we wound up having to pitch some lunch meat, and I really hated doing that. So we're not going to do that. I think maybe I'll see how things go and see what I do for dinner on Saturday. It may be just, Saturday may just be clean out the refrigerator week. We'll see. But then I can do oatmeal again on Thursday. Here. Oh, I've got to have my, no, I'm going to do the protein platter here. I have a little bit of imitation crab left, and I was going to make crab salad last week, but I didn't have any ranch dressing or any celery seasoning. So Bob brought me a bundle of celery when he went to the store, and I got that dehydrated and taken off the dehydrated yesterday. So I can do my seafood salad today, do a protein platter on Tuesday and on Thursday. And I think in here I need to do some tuna fish. So we'll do that. Still need dinner for Thursday, and then Saturday's going to be refrigerated. And, oh, I want to make Bob one morning next week, maybe Friday, I want to make strawberry crepes. He's loving the dehydrated strawberries from Thrive, and Yara from Wicked Prepared has a strawberry crepe recipe on her website. So, and I've been wanting to do crepes, so I think we'll do strawberry crepes for breakfast Friday morning. And then we're due for quiche again here, so we'll do quiche on Sunday. I need to back off on the spinach just a little bit. My quiche was really spinach heavy, so I'm going to back that up just a little bit. I'm not sure about the lunches here. We won't do lunch here because we'll do the pot roast actually for late lunch, early dinner. And then we'll picket stuff the rest of the afternoon. That's pretty much our Sunday norm because we do dinner and we do games. So, but the pot roast there, got tuna, protein plate, maybe grilled cheese and tomato soup. Friday is supposed to be a rainy day, so I'm going to put the grilled cheese and tomato soup there. I have a can of tomato bisque up in the cupboard calling my name. Oh, and I could, actually, because Tuesdays is a long night. Let me move this Encore. I keep forgetting. I got to move this. Tuesdays is a long night for me. I'm going to do that taco soup again. Because, you know, it's Taco Tuesday, and we'll do Encore over here. And if my mouth cooperates, this dinner should sit out the way it's supposed to. We can do breakfast sandwiches on Saturday. Sorry, I feel a sneeze. And we could do those on Tuesday. I try to get those in a couple of days a week just because they're fast. Sometimes we do them on a hamburger bun. Sometimes we do them just on bread. Bob can do, he's gotten into this English muffin thing. And so he can do an, you know, like a McMuffin kind of thing, and he's okay with that. And we have sausage patties downstairs that are just perfect for an English muffin. They're from Walmart. So that should do us for this week. I don't think I need anything else this week. Nothing else I need to think about. Now I do know that next Tuesday night is going to be a super long. So this is definitely crockpot night or grab and goes. Because I have writing from 3 to 5, I mod from 5 to 8, and then from 8 to 9 I have a Thrive meeting where we're going to be talking about, I've asked for them to talk about our, utilizing our websites more on our Thrive site. And if I'm going to pay for a Thrive site, I want to know how the best way to utilize it. So there you go. And yes, I am a Thrive consultant, and my information is down in the description box below. But I don't use everything Thrive. I've just gradually, there are things we're moving over to Thrive because just for the shelf life. And as things get higher, right now, the more that we can stock at a decent price, the happier I am looking ahead to the future when prices go absolutely bonkers. So I've really been going back over my pantry and seeing what I have on hand to work with. One thing you will never see on my channel is a pantry tour. If you have questions about how I store something, I'm happy to explain it to you. But I will never do a pantry tour. People don't need to see what's on the inside of my house and what my food storage looks like. And, you know, it's a be safe, be prepared kind of thing. And maybe it should be a be prepared, be safe in that aspect. So, okay, so Monday morning, this morning, we had oatmeal while you were watching this video. We're going to do the, why did I put sandwich and wrap for Monday? Oh, because that was last week. That was even last week. Here we go, seafood salad and the lasagna rolls. Tuesday will be breakfast sandwiches, protein platter, and taco soup, you know, because it's Taco Tuesday. Wednesday, we're going to do ham, steak, and eggs, or grilled ham, egg, and cheese sandwiches, tuna salad, and the cheesy chicken spaghetti in the crock pot for Wednesday. Oatmeal on Thursday, and then the protein plate, and then an encore dinner. Friday will be strawberry crepes, grilled cheese and tomato bisque. Dinner will be croissant, those beef croissant rolls dipped in au jus. Saturday we'll do a breakfast sandwich, not sure about lunch, and then we'll do a fridge raid for dinner, and then Sunday we'll do the quiche, hopefully a pot roast. So tell me, which one of these ideas on this menu sound good to you, and do you have a favorite recipe for that item? I'd love to know. Thanks for joining me in the homestead today. Remember to be safe. Let me try that again. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Also, to be safe, be prepared, and be blessed.